what's up, family? So back on our crypto journey, learning again. So what we're gonna go over today is how we set up or get involved with trading the price action of cryptocurrency. So it's gonna be a short one, but it's gonna be a lot of different steps that's involved in this. So if you need to go back and rewatch the recording over and over again, and again, I'm gonna keep iterating this over and over and over again. If you don't understand, or if you just want to, you know what I'm saying, want to walk through it with me, just reach out to me on the in the Discord, send me a message, reach out to me in the crypto chat, just whatever, just reach out to me and we'll set up a time and we can go through and walk through these steps step by step to make sure that you understand how to transfer your crypto, making sure the wallets is set up, all these different things. So we'll start off with downloading. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
You can make it fuller too, cuz. Let me see. Okay. Hey, can I make it fuller? No, you can make it fuller. Huh?
Let me see. How you make it full?
Is it full? Nope, it's full. It's full.
Okay,
I said full, yeah.
all right. So I'll start off suggesting everybody download Brave browser, right? So if you use Google Chrome or Internet Explorer or any other web browser, I suggest use Brave browser, right? Just Google Brave browser. It's the first one that looks like a little lion. The reason why I'm suggesting using Brave browser is because Brave browser has an extension specifically for MetaMask. And if you remember, one of the other crypto does, MetaMask is just a software wallet that we can connect directly to GameTrade, right? So just whatever browser you're using, just Google Brave browser, download it, right? And it'll get you the Brave browser. So, all right. So once you have Brave browser, first place that we're going to go to is gains.trade, right? Just gains.trade, and it'll bring you to this website right here. It's called GTrade. GTrade is the trading platform that we're going to use to trade crypto. The only thing that we're going to do, as soon as you get this is the website it's going to bring you to, just hit trade, and it's going to take you to the trading platform, right? In the trading platform, we can pretty much trade anything that they have. But as we see right here, right, we have all the different cryptos. You click this little drop down box, you see everything that they have that you could trade. You could trade just cryptos, forex, stocks, indices, commodities. You can pretty much trade anything that they have on here, but we're trading the price action on leverage. All right, so the next thing that we're going to do, right, we're going to hit this little connect button right here. This one or this one, either one, right? When you hit connect, right, it's going to say connect the wallet. So these are all of the different wallets that you can connect, right? You see they have the Exodus, the Ledger. We're going to connect our MetaMask wallet. Now, I know we don't have a MetaMask wallet yet, but when you hit connect, it's going to say, it's going to tell you that the opening MetaMask is going to give you the option to, hold on, give me 1 second, because I had a MetaMask on there earlier. Okay. So it should give you the option to connect your MetaMask wallet or to create a MetaMask wallet. Okay. So I'm gonna do a little workaround, but what should happen, it should come up and it should say MetaMask and it should ask you to get your MetaMask. Another way you can do it is hit the little 3 buttons here. Yeah, my apologies, family. I just closed out Brave on accident. Can y'all still see my screen?
Nah. You're just seeing. I'm just seeing everybody who's in the community or who's in the call.
1 second. I closed out Brave on accident.
Yep.
There we go. Y'all can see my screen now?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Okay. So another workaround. The workaround I'm going to do is I'm just going to manually install by going to these 3 little dots. Go down here to extensions, visit web store, and just type in MetaMask into the browser. And it's the first one right here. Just click on it, and then add to Brave, and then add extension. And then what will happen is it'll start installing. So while this is installing, we'll go through purchasing the crypto. So you can purchase crypto in a whole bunch of different ways. One of the ways is you can go to an exchange, right? So here is Kraken exchange. So on Kraken exchange, you create your account using your Proton mail, right? You, like I told you before, what I do is I create a completely new bank account and I link that bank account to my exchange, and then I would look for USDC, right? Put in USDC. The amount of money that I want to put, let's just say $10, and then I would hit, obviously, review. I'm not going to use Kraken today because it's saying that even if I did purchase, I wouldn't be able to withdraw for 7 days, and we want to transfer the money immediately. So that's Kraken. The same thing would happen with Coinbase, right? Coinbase, before you can buy anything, right? It'll tell you that you have to verify your account before, and they say it takes up to 24 hours. So this is the different ways is on the exchanges. 1 second. The different ways on the exchanges. So another way that you can buy crypto is through Cash App. You can buy through Cash App, you can buy through Venmo, you can buy through PayPal, you can buy through a few different ways. So I've already bought my cryptocurrency on Cash App, and then I transferred it to my Exodus, right? And again, if y'all don't know how to transfer your crypto to your Exodus after you buy it, we can get on individually and I can walk you through how to do that, right? So as you can see, this is my wallet, right? I have $60 of total money in my wallet, split up between $40 in Bitcoin, $10 in Ethereum, $10 in USDC, right? So we go here to wallet, right? And as you can see, right, that's my Bitcoin, my Ethereum, my USDC. So you go to USDC, right? If you don't see it over here in the top, you can just type it. You can hit search, type in USDC, right? And it'll come up, it'll pull you right up to your wallet. So what we want, you want to click this little drop down arrow here. And what we're looking for is the Arbitrum network. And the reason why we're looking for the Arbitrum network, as you can see, there's different networks: Ethereum, Solana, Binance, Polygon, Avalanche, Arbitrum. We're looking for the Arbitrum network because when we transfer our funds over to our MetaMask to connect to GTrade, Arbitrum has the lowest fees. So every time we put on a transaction or take off a transaction, meaning getting in or getting out of trade, we have to pay brokerage fees, just like you have to do with any other brokerage. So now that we're doing decentralized crypto and different things, we want to use the ones that has the lowest fees. Arbitrum has the lowest fees. So that's why we're looking for the Arbitrum network. So if you're going to go through Exodus the same way I'm doing, Arbitrum, when you first pull it up, Arbitrum is not a part of this list. So what you would have to do is go over here to settings and then assets, right here at the top. And then you just type in the asset, USDC, right? Once you type it in, it shows USDC and it shows all the different networks that it's connected to, right? All the checks mean that it's, when you put a drop down, it shows, right? And then you see right here, it says enable asset, disable asset. We're going to go all the way down to the one that's ARB1, which is the Arbitrum 1 network. And you're going to check that one. right? Obviously, I can't uncheck it because I already have it checked and I have money in there already. So once you have money in that asset, in that wallet, it will not allow you to not show it on Exodus. But what we're looking for is the ARB1, and we want to check that to make sure so it'll show up. Then we just click back to go back to our balance, right? So we want to make sure, again, like I said, the Arbitrum 1 network. Same thing we want to do on Ethereum, right? We want to go to Ethereum and make sure that Arbitrum 1 is a part of the Ethereum network. And the reason why we need to do it on USDC and Ethereum is because USDC is the stable coin that we're going to be using to do the trading with. Ethereum is how we pay the gas fees, which is the brokerage fees back and forth to send cryptocurrency and this, that, and third. So we need a little bit of Ethereum and we need USDC so that we can do all our transactions, right? So we have both of those. The Arbitrum network on both Ethereum and USD. So I transferred Bitcoin in initially. So if you transfer Bitcoin, if you transfer Ethereum, whatever cryptocurrency you transfer into your Exodus wallet, once you have those two coins on the Arbitrum network, what we're going to do is go up here to the two arrows that say swap. So what we're going to do now is we're going to swap Bitcoin that we have for USDC. Well, first, before we swap it for USDC, we're going to swap it for Ethereum, right? A small amount of Ethereum, right? So we're going to swap it. You just type in ETH or Ethereum, and you see they have all the different Ethereum chains that's on, right? So again, we're looking for the Arbitrum, the ARB1. So we're going to click on this because it's telling them that I want Ethereum on the Arbitrum network, and we're going to swap out our Bitcoin. So like I said, we go down here to the $ amount down here, and we'll just transfer like a small amount, right? $5. Well, let's do $10. Okay. So we'll transfer $10 worth of Bitcoin, or well, $11 of Bitcoin because of the network fees of Bitcoin into $10 of Ethereum. Once you have that all out, right? You have $10, $11, then we hit swap. And it starts a swap for us. Right? So the swap's in progress. So then what we have to do, start a new swap, because now we have our Ethereum. Now we want to swap out to get our USDC, which is our stable coin. Do the same thing, leave Bitcoin the same because that is the asset that I already have. I want to swap into USDC, but again, we're swapping into USDC on the Arbitrum network, right? Again, so you see USDC on Arbitrum, ETH, Solana, BSC, Optimism, Algorithm. So we're looking for the ARB1 network, right? And again, go down to the $, and let's just say, because this was the one that we're going to be using to trade, so we want to swap. Let's just say I'm gonna swap $25 now. Oh no, I don't have $25. So I'll swap $20, right? So I'll swap $20 into USDC. Once everything looks right, I want $20 worth of USDC. Then I just hit swap, right? And the swap is in progress, right? So if you go back to, you see it says swapping. So if you go back to your wallet, right? You see now I have $20 worth of Ethereum. I have $30 worth of USDC. So that's swapping from using your Exodus wallet, which again, like I said, Exodus wallet is important because it gives you your private keys. And with your private keys, that shows that you own your cryptocurrency on the blockchain. So now that we have that swap out, we'll go back to our GTrade or our MetaMask. Where is it? All right, so we'll go back to our MetaMask, right? And so MetaMask, now we have MetaMask, right? You go to here, create new wallet. Oh, all right, can y'all see my screen now? All right, so now we have our MetaMask downloaded on our Brave browser. So what I like to do is this little puzzle piece here at the top, right? Click it and then pin it. So the little pin, so you see that we have the Brave browser Fox right here at the top, showing that we actually have it pinned to our extension. So when anytime you want to access your wallet, all you have to do is hit the little Fox and your wallet will pop up. But once you have the MetaMask installed, hit create new wallet, right? And it'll ask you, how do you want to create it? Do you want to use your Google? Do you want to use Apple? Or do you want to use secret recovery phrases? Now remember, crypto is about self-custody. It's about self-custody. And the thing that I told y'all, it was always about security. So if you're not going to use your Proton Mail, you want to use your secret recovery phrases, because MetaMask doesn't give you the option to put in your Proton Mail. So you want to use your secret recovery phrases. And if you recall, the secret recovery phrases were the things that I told you, that they give you a list of like 12 different words. You write them all down with the numbers next to them. And so that if I go from this computer and I want to get on a computer over here, or if I get a brand new computer and I still want to have access to my MetaMask wallet so that I can start trading on a different computer, these is where you can just download MetaMask again, hit, instead of create a new wallet, hit import an existing wallet. It'll ask you for your recovery phrases. You put your recovery phrases in and you got access to your wallet all over again. So what we're going to do, starting off a new one, use secret recovery phrases. It's going to ask you for a password. You create a password. Right? And then check this box here, telling you that if you lose your password, MetaMask can't access it, so you're just out of luck. So again, this is something that you need to write down, put up somewhere. Last time we got on, I told y'all about the Stone Book. If you do purchase the Stone Book, these are the things that you would want to put into your Stone Book so that you know that you can have everything that you need in one secure location that you can access. Right, so next, after you hit continue and you put your password in, it's going to tell you to save your secret recovery phrases. Now, these are the 12 words that I told you that they will tell you, right? So what you can do a couple different things. You can take it out. When you tap this to reveal, you can take it, you can write them all down, say what it is for, put it somewhere safe. You can take a screenshot, print it out, or you can take a screenshot, put it on your computer, and then print it out later. It's really up to you, but these are the ways that you can get into your crypto wallet, your software wallet, if you get a new computer, or if you want to move to a different computer or whatever, right? So all you gotta do is tap this to reveal, right? But you see what it says, make sure no one is watching your screen before you tap the reveal. So what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to tap this, because I don't want y'all to know my wallet, right? Because y'all could just log on to my wallet and be like, all right, well, now I got his $20. Like, you know what I mean? So you just want to make sure that you have that. So what I'm going to do is just remind me later, right? Just hit continue here. And then there it says, your wallet is ready. So what I'm going to do is open my wallet. As you see, the wallet comes up on the side, right? This is your software crypto wallet, right? Your MetaMask wallet. So what we can do, right? Now we can just close the wallet out. Close MetaMask out. Now go back to Gains Trade. And now we hit connect. Now connect the wallet, hit MetaMask. All right, so this is what was supposed to happen the first time. It's supposed to pop up like this, and then you hit get, and then you add to Brave. That's what was supposed to happen the first time. But for some reason it didn't happen, right? So now we have MetaMask installed. We're going to refresh the browser. And now it opens MetaMask. Sometimes it'll ask you to connect it again, and you just connect it again. But it's opening MetaMask, and it says which account do you want to give it access to? So the wallet that we just created, it has no money in it. You just click on that and then click connect. And it'll connect your MetaMask wallet to GTrade. Right? And as you can see right here, now your wallet is connected. As you can see, right? So now instead of saying connect, it just says approve, right? Your wallet is connected. So now what we have to do now is fund our account. So what that just means is what we're going to do now is transfer the Ethereum and the USDC that we just swapped over in our Exodus to our MetaMask account. So we're going to open our MetaMask wallet up, right? Again, to open it up, hit the little fox here at the top. Open it up, you have your account. So it's important to note right here underneath tokens, DeFi, NFT, and activity, you're going to see a drop-down box. So it's going to say all the popular networks. Remember, we're working on the Arbitrum network. So we want to switch it to Arbitrum, right? So we're going to click on Arbitrum. So it's going to say that we have no tokens in our Arbitrum wallet. So to swap our tokens in, we're going to hit this button here, receive, because what we're doing is transferring funds from Exodus into MetaMask. So the MetaMask is going to be the receive. So you click receive, and then the receiving address. Again, just like always, these are all the different networks that we're looking for. So we're looking for the Arbitrum network. So we want to copy the Arbitrum address, right? Hit the little two button right there. It's going to say address copied. Once we have that copied, what we want to do here is go back into our Exodus. So we're going to go back into our Exodus, right? And so we have to transfer our USDC as well as our Ethereum into our wallet, right? So it's important to remember that when receiving cryptocurrency, you only have to put in the address to where you're receiving to. You don't have to put in like what we did on Exodus, each individual network for each individual one that we're receiving. So we only had to just copy just the Arbitrum address. So go to USDC and then hit send, right? And I'm going to send all my USDC. Oh, no, what the world? Okay. Well, again, it got to be on the Arbitrum network. Go to send, Arbitrum, all, and then I'm going to paste okay. I'm going to paste my Arbitrum address into that I copied from my MetaMask, and then I'm just going to hit send. It's going to tell you that you're sending on the Arbitrum network. You have a 6-cent fee for making that transaction, which is what I was telling you before, that we needed Ethereum. So then you just hit send, and it's saying that your USDC has been sent. So then we're going to do the same thing all over again, but now for our Ethereum. So we're going to hit send, go to Ethereum, hit send. We're going to do Ethereum, Arbitrum, send all of our Ethereum, paste the same Arbitrum address in there. We're going to send. It's going to say it's going to cost 2 cents, and then we send our Ethereum over. So then we hop back over to our GTrade. Hop back over to our GTrade. Click out of that, and as you can see, the tokens are now in our wallet. We have $30 of USDC on the Arbitrum. We have $30 of USDC on the Arbitrum network, $20 of Ethereum on the Arbitrum network. And at this point, we can now start trading on GameTrade. You see that the collateral is now $30, which is the $30 of USDC that we have on the network. So not going to really give you a super in-depth thing of GameTrade, because we'll go over that the next time we get on. But just for a brief overview, a long is the same thing as a call. A short is the same thing as a put. That's right. And so we have the market, the limit, and stop. We're gonna trade on market. The collateral is just how much you wanna trade every time you trade, right? So say if you want to do $5, you can do $5 of collateral, right? And then your leverage is how much you're going to, like, how big your position size is that you're in the market based off of the collateral that you have. The one thing that I will let you know is your leverage size. It allows your stop loss and your take profit to be wider or tighter, right? So like, for example, if you want to do 50% of the $5, it'll give you your stop loss at $3. But as you can see here, your stop loss is at $50,000. But if your leverage was at 150, right, your stop loss is at 92,000, right? 92,500, which is like roughly about here somewhere, right? So that's kind of the broad overview of it. So that's pretty much the gist of today. We got any questions about it? No. Listen, so I know it was a lot, and I know it was a lot of, a lot of different moving pieces and parts that was involved in that. So, like I said, go back and rewatch it. And if you have any questions, any concerns, or even if you want to walk through it with me, like, just hit me up, reach out to me on Discord. We'll get you set up 100%.
All right, I got some. All right, so I want clarity pieces.
Yes, sir.
So, clarity pieces. I can go buy my Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solanas, all of those things via PayPal, via Cash App, via any other source. Even now, freaking Hood, all of it, right? So I could go buy those. I then need to be able to transfer those, swap those to USDC.
Yes, but before you swap them to USDC, you need to be able to transfer them to your Exodus account.
I gotta have the Exodus account.
Yeah, because and that's what I was saying in the beginning, that if you don't know how to transfer from wherever you bought it from to your Exodus, just reach out to me and I'll walk you through it step by step. I'll walk you through it, and it's just as simple as how we transferred from Exodus to MetaMask. It's just a receiving address and a sending address, copy and paste, and then get it there.
Nice.
But
Okay.
but again, if it's your first time, if you haven't set up your stuff, and if you kind of shaky, reach out to me. I'm always available. If I'm not, then you know what I mean, I'll make time that works out for the both of us. Usually at night is the best time for me, and we'll get it done. We definitely will get it done.
Beautiful. Okay, and then we'll have another class giving us the in-depths on that GTrade, that GTrade and that trader software right there that you showed us, because I saw there was a few similarities but differences in regarding crypto trading and the stock options we do.
Yep. It is. It's some differences, and the differences is really the main difference in GTrade is the leverage. Right? Meaning that, like if you put up $20 of collateral, right? $20 of collateral options, you're trading $20. but when you're trading leverage, it can give you the ability to put in a position that is the size of 2,000. You know what I'm saying? But you're only putting up 20 because of the leverage. But again, like I was saying, if you put a big leverage, your stop loss is really, really, really tight. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, so that's the major difference. But the beauty about it is, you know, like me and you talked about here, I think it was earlier this week or earlier last week. Like there are some of the same pairs, specifically more like indices that you can trade on Gains Trade as well as, you know, so.
Beautiful. Okay. And I think I see that thing come with a whole chart too.
Yeah, come with a chart. Matter of fact, the chart is TradingView. It is TradingView. It has the chart. It has all the tools.
All right, Liv.
They got everything you're looking for.
All right, Liv. It's not funny, man, but I'm picking on you because we need that chart, man. Nah, that's beautiful though. I see that thing got the chart. That's good, and that's great for us to analyze our, asset prices, right, and be able to know where to get in, where to get out that puppy.
Yep.
No, that's good.
The only thing that I don't like about that chart, it has all of the same tools that you got to trade of everything. The only thing that I don't like about it, and I'll touch on this more when I go over GTrades more in depth, is that if you mark up the chart, you can click on another pair and the stuff will still be there. But if you happen to refresh your screen, everything that you marked up with a chart be gone. That's the only thing I don't like about that. But
Okay.
But you can mirror everything that you've done on TradingView onto that chart to make sure, you know what I mean? So.
Okay. That's beautiful.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I get paid trading crypto?
Oh, you definitely can. You definitely can. So the thing about trading crypto, right, is just like it's very similar to options, right? What you're trading is the price action. And that's the beauty about crypto, because you can invest in it for the long term, right? Which is the previous class, which is setting up the exchanges and the wallets and all that. But you can also trade the price action of it, which is how you make money in the short term, which you can then turn around and take that money and double back and reinvest it because you understand the trajectory of the market.
And in your experience with all this AI stuff going on, has that affected how you've been trading?
No, not at all. So like, not gonna lie to you, I haven't traded in the past month and a half just because the fourth quarter's been kind of slow. The market's been sideways. Right now, the entire market kind of mimics what Bitcoin is doing. So I stopped trading. I think my last trade was like the middle of November. If you get in the crypto chat, you'll see the crypto wins and losses. You'll see my last trade, and I put all my wins, all my losses in there. But with AI, I think AI is going to just help cryptocurrency, because what ends up happening what's going on is the financial institutions, the fiat currency, can't move at the speed of AI. So they need some type of digital asset that's going to move at the speed of AI, and cryptocurrency is what's going on, right? Like the XRPs and stuff like that. Those are for, right, digital assets to be able to, move money across borders and transactions and stuff like that. And so I think that AI is doing nothing but helping speed the adoption of cryptocurrency.
Now piggybacking off of Liv's question, can you get paid in crypto? In your experience, what's some of your experience trading crypto? How you get paid? How you get paid on it? Is it fast? How is that movement? Like, give me an idea of how someone could get paid in crypto. Like, give me an idea, please.
So let's do it like this. Hold on. Let me share my screen real quick.
And we already know it's 24 hours a day. That's and we already know that it's holidays, weekends,
No days off.
no days off.
No days off, right?
So that seemed like a variable that adds to, getting paid, right? No days off, 24 hours, 365, 7 days a week. That seems like a lot of opportunity.
Yep.
But within trades, right? So making a trade. And another thing that I saw different too in it was you could leave it for however long. So like in options, you could buy an expiration date, right? And you right? So the expiration dates. And in these crypto trading, they're similar, but slightly different.
Yep. So with trading crypto or just trading on leverage period, right? You can open a trade, and as long as you're not margined out, meaning you're liquidated, meaning that all the capital that you've had, it's went in the opposite direction, right? If you don't put a take profit, or if you continue to move your take profit in profit, as long as it doesn't hit your stop loss or you're liquidated, the trade will just keep running, and it'll keep making you money and keep making you money and keep making you money. And again, I'll show you here when I go through it more in depth, you can take partials out. Like, so for example, like say if you're in a trade, like this is a daily chart, right? So each candle is a day, right? So in 5 days, right? We're looking at the market ran up 51,000 points in 5 days, right? So so if you had left that on that trade on, let's say you were trading $10 right, and you let that trade run, and you're up, let's just say you're up, I don't know, $100, right? And you're like, okay, I've been in this trade, I'm up $100. You know what I mean? I want to take $50 out. You can close 50% of your position and just say, you know what? I got my money plus, a little bit extra back. I'm going to just let this run and see where it goes to. And you can do that. But, like you always suggest, right? We want to take our money and get up out of here, right? Because the market is never going to stop. The market is 24/7, 365. The market was trading on Christmas Day. It was trading on New Year's Day. It was trading on Thanksgiving Day. The market's never going to stop. So you take your money, wait for the next setup, because it's always coming.
And we getting percentages on our money, just like options.
Yep. You get the percentage of your money. That's where the leverage comes in, right? The leverage comes in. So, like for example, like I said, if you leverage, let's say 15%, right? You can still make, like if you put $5 in, you leverage 15%. You can still make $15. So when you close your trade out, you now have $30. The $15 you put in plus the $15 you make. But let's just say if you did it 15% leverage, it might take you 3,000 pips, right? Or 3,000 points to get to that $15, right? So you can have 30. If you leverage at 100, it might only take you 300 pips. If you leverage at 200, it might only take you 30 pips, right? You know what I'm saying? But you're still going to get the same amount of money. It's just based off of your leverage size, how long or how short it would take. But then again, like I said, you also got to take into consideration that long and short is also you giving the market the room to breathe because of your stop loss, right?